week-long petition rolled out on Capitol Hill. You see it here, demanding Congress hold members of the administration accountable for what they call a cover-up on Benghazi, Libya. A petition signed by more than 1,000 special operations veterans, like this man.
I know my compatriots, both retired and those that are on active duty, were champing at the bit to be launched. We needed to try, the guts to try. That sends a message. It sends a message to those on active duty. It sends a message to those that have served, that we will never leave you behind.
Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz, a Republican member of the House Oversight Government Reform Committee, traveled to Libya after the attack. And, sir, good morning and welcome back here. Tell me more about the scroll. Who signed it? What do they want?
Hey, look, you've got people who have been there, been in the fight, fighting for this country, who cannot stand the fact that the Obama administration has continued to mislead the American public. They lied about what happened, when it happened. They've been slow walking us in providing the American people that information. And so I totally sympathize with what they're saying. And but for the House of Representatives, we would still be listening to the Obama administration say that this was a demonstration, which it was not.
There's a bit of a push and pull for House Republicans, too, because you've been having, I think, 4 different committees are carrying out hearings right now. But folks like yourself want a select committee to look into this. So you do or you don't?
No, I don't. I think the way the Speaker has this with the committees doing the investigations, I think has gone just right.
So you're okay with that because the Speaker hasn't gone there, doesn't see it as being necessary just yet because all these committees are doing their work. But I think you have 120 lawmakers in the House who do. Well, look, what do you say to them?
There was a number of months there where there were no subpoenas going out the door, and I think there was a lot of frustration. I think the House as a whole, at least the Republican side, have been very frustrated on the lack of progress given what the administration is doing. And I think we need to focus our efforts on the true obstructionist here, which is truly the White House. Speaker Boehner has really loosened up our ability to issue subpoenas. And not every time we're doing a press conference, not every time we're coming on television. Week before last, we did 25 hours of transcribed interviews. There was no media about that. It's something I work on every single day. There are lots of people that work on this. We are making progress. But even just a couple weeks ago, Bill, the administration, when we finally had to issue a subpoena to get somebody to come up to Capitol Hill, then we had another document dump from the State Department giving us more documents.
Yeah, I remember that. And you remember General Carter Ham, right? He was the head of U.S. forces in Africa. He said in the early moments of that, quote, this was not a demonstration, this was a violent attack. Now, he also went on to say, though, that a quick response was not possible and went on to defend the decision not to scramble fighter jets. So I wonder in the investigation that you're conducting here, where you believe ultimately the issue of Benghazi goes.
Well, we want to get to the truth. There are what I call 3 buckets. What happened beforehand and the death trap that was created there in Benghazi. What happened in the 25 hours during that attack and by the time we can finally get our wounded to Germany. And then the lies and the misdirection that the administration gave us afterwards. We're looking into all 3 of those so-called buckets along the way. This is taking a lot longer than anybody wants to, but there is one reason for that. It's not Speaker Boehner. It's because of President Obama, Secretary Kerry, and the Department of Defense. They are the ones that are slow-walking this. I wish I could wrap it up, look every one of those families in the eye and say, this is what happened, this is what was wrong, this is how the administration botched this. But I can't do so until I get the administration to fess up and provide us the documents. But I will credit Speaker Boehner lately to actually providing the subpoenas needed to drive people in there. We've had classified hearings. As we go into the fall, we'll have a series of open hearings where the world will be able to see us question these people. We don't need a select committee to do any of this. We can do it within the committees, and that's what we're doing.
Jason Chaffetz, thank you. The Republican from Utah. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Martha.